All right, let's give the example archive a spin and pick something out to look at. Let's look at sea ice. Let's embiggen this so we can see it. I don't have a particular agenda of something to show today, a concept or something like that. I am just squeezing this in, and we're going to see where this takes us. But obviously, this is supposed to show in 2024, there's more sea ice, as you can see here, more sea ice. I'm noting that it's sea ice, not ice on land. And then it was in 1979. And I don't know where these come from, but it looks like the National Snow Ice Data Center, which is a reliable source, if these are both from that. I guess the idea here would be that if sea ice coverage is actually expanding here from December 24th to December 24th, 1979 to 2024, wouldn't that undermine claims that global warming is getting worse? Now, one way you can think about this is just there's just an immense amount of evidence that global climate change is getting worse, right? We don't rely on specifically on sea ice as the sole bit of evidence, but I'm interested in whether sea ice is pointing, Antarctic sea ice in particular, is pointing the same way as this other stuff. I've seen stuff about ice shelves collapsing and things like that. I think ice shelves are sea ice. I'm not sure. I know there's difference between land ice and sea ice, but I think ice shelves are sea ice. So I'm interested in seeing what this gives us. Now, we can do this search. We actually get something here immediately when I generally jump past the search results, but I see right here, we could get off here because actually these search results, so we got it in and we were going to hop to AI mode, but these search results actually undermine everything. I think we could stop at the search result here. So for example, we have 2024 Antarctic sea ice winter maximum, second lowest on record. Right? So this is the median, right? The average extent between 1981 and 2010. And this is where it is now. Now, you know this here, the difference is we're comparing the sea ice now to an average. We're not comparing 2 days. And that leads me to something else that we saw when we were breezing past here is cherry picking. So this might be on this specific claim. It says social media posts sharing a graphic comparing sea ice levels in the Antarctic on the same day 45 years apart misrepresent the data that suggests climate change is a hoax. And I think it's going to show us the same graphic we were looking at. Let's see. It's going to show us anything? Yeah, it shows us that graphic. So here is something I'll say, and this ends like we always find a lesson, right? Why did I jump off to the search results and not go to AI mode? And the reason why is this, that these search results that we saw here, and this will go in and it'll explain how these dates are cherry picked, right? But the reason why I jumped off at these results is that these results were not only high quality. We saw something from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, high quality source. National Snow and Ice Data Center, high quality source. Actually, the source from which those images came from in the post, right? So, you know, if this person's saying, hey, this is the data, maybe talk to the people that produce the data. We saw Reuters here. But in particular, it wasn't just that we saw high quality sources that caused us to jump off the sort of train to AI. It was as I was breezing by here, I also saw that these sources were specific fact checks that seemed to be on the specific issue, right? specific fact checks on the specific issue, even the specific image that I was looking for. And because we had that combination, strong, reputable sources with a direct, right, specificity to the thing that we were looking at. How many times can I say specific? It didn't make sense for me at that point to go to AI mode. AI mode would have been helpful if I was looking through and I'm like, nothing here addresses my specific image. I maybe need to go to AI mode to deal with my specific image. Maybe it was some other image, some other comparison to other dates, something like that, not specifically this thing. Maybe I need to go to AI mode. Here, we've got high quality reporting written at a level that I can understand from reputable sources on the actual graphic that I am looking at being shared. So we're just going to jump off and we're going to look at it there. So again, part of Get It In, at least with the techniques that we're showing you, is usually just go to AI mode. I think in a lot of cases you'll go to AI mode. But, as you fly by here, if you do see, hey, you know what? I can stop at the search page. Stop at the search page, and go to one of these sources addressing your claim. That's going to allow you to skip the step of tracking it down and so forth, because you'll already be at a highly reputable source. So it's always a mystery what the lesson will be when we kind of spin the roulette wheel in the example library. But that turns out to be what it is about today. If you want to learn more about this specific thing, I encourage you to look up the text here. Antarctic sea ice extend to 17% higher today than it was in 1979. Ice doesn't lie, or whatever. And plug that in to AI mode, a search, whatever, and investigate the rest of this yourself. There's a lot of misinformation out there on climate. And the best thing that we can do is educate ourselves about the context of the things that we see online, so that we're not duped by it.